Hi everyone, this is a short screencast for Independent Colleges Dublin for CIMA E1 for November 2014. And in this particular screencast, we're going to be referring to the HR department and in particular a redundancy issue. I draw your attention to the CIMA website question 3C of May 2010, and if you're using the BPP kit, then question 5C of page 5. Okay, so I'll just take you briefly through the scenario here. What you'll see for requirement C is that we're looking at indeed a HR department's role in a redundancy issue, particularly where employees cannot be redeployed. And this is as a result of offshoring. Now, in this particular scenario, we simply have a banking group looking to offshore and really cutting 500 jobs, generating similar number in India. If you look down the page, you'll see that there's certainly a reaction to those job losses from a variety of sources, not least the National Secretary of the Banking Union. And really what the CEO is trying to do is really justify the action that the group is taking. Okay, so the specific requirement really asks us to identify the role. So this is a fairly standard E1 question. I think what you've got to do in a question like this, subject to your knowledge, is sort of think real life. Think what a real life HR department would do with individuals who cannot be employed elsewhere within a particular company. So, some of the points are fairly sort of practical, commonsensical points. Okay, so let's look at the answer here. What you'll see is requirement C, so the role of HR, mostly concerned with communications in some way, shape, or form. As I've mentioned, this is often not done well in practice, and you'll see that for 5 marks, they've basically got 5 points, so 1 mark for a point. So the first main one there is certainly communication with all parties, or indeed all stakeholders, and that's very, very important with an issue such as this. The ones that they've chosen are obviously staff unions and indeed the staff themselves. So full communication and full information relating to the actions that the company is about to take. Now, the next thing, obviously, is the provision of some sort of advice to the individuals who'd be losing their positions in terms of, what they need to do, some sort of assistance in getting down another career path and indeed getting another job. So advice and training, although perhaps there'll be a cost, is something that they have to consider. Another cost, obviously, is going to be something like some sort of compensation or a severance payment. And, to a large extent, in most tax legislation, you'll find that these will be tax-free payments. So these severance payments, to a large extent, will be tax-free in the hands of the individual. So certainly helpful for someone who's just about to lose their jobs. This fourth point sort of linked into the advice and training issue, a couple of issues perhaps in relation to CV production or maybe support in terms of filling out applications. Again, quite a common sense type of point that you would expect, perhaps that you've seen in practice in your own careers. Last point is just really relating to sort of soft areas like counselling and support. This may well be something that takes certain individuals by surprise. So some sort of support by mentors or indeed experts may be something that will help them out. So that's really a short sort of a summary on the potential role, and you'll certainly find that within E1 these types of things, for example, communication and training, these are the sorts of phrases and sort of actions on the HR department that would pervade quite a few different types of questions. So certainly have a good look at this answer and note the wording and indeed the repetition of wording across many HR questions. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. Many thanks.